Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Medical Classes by Dr. Srinidhi Kumar Acharya. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and also please give your valuable comments. Friends, as you know, we have already covered the first part of samskaras, how to understand the samskaras and its basic understanding, and how we can compare these samskaras or we can understand these samskaras with a special reference to the growth and development and how the zygote develop, pluripotent cells, qualitative changes, quantitative changes, and all these factors actually we have covered in the last class. Now we have seen that the qualitative changes which takes place, like qualitative changes include certain steps in the development like refinement, purification, skill development, bringing the fitness, self-productive quality, impression creating quality, arrangements, decoration, cultivation of the new quality, education, etc. So these are all the meaning of samskara, and these are all always fit to the qualitative changes which is taking place as the growth and development advances. And we also know that development is more functional and more subjective, and it is difficult for the assessment, whereas growth is more structural and it is objective, and we can measure the growth by different parameters. So, but a social growth, social development, moral development, psychological development, lingual development, emotional development, intellectual development, behavioral development, skill development, personality development, creativity, etc. These are the things which are very difficult to measure. So most of the time we fix some of the scale for the measurement. Okay, so there is no fixed parameters, objective parameters. So therefore, these qualitative changes are always very difficult to understand. So to understand these qualitative changes in the contemporary science, we have got different system of different scale. Okay, different scales will be there. And similarly, what Ayurveda did is for the understanding of qualitative changes, one of the method they have followed is different samskaras. During different samskaras, they try to understand the different developmental milestones. Now, development and samskara to a given age, the child is expected to fulfill the required criteria. Okay, different samskaras are performed at different age, and in that given age, the child is expected to fulfill certain criteria, so that to say that yes, this child is developing to the mark. To achieve certain level of structural, functional, social, and lingual maturity, which is called as normal developmental milestones. So if it lags behind, then it is called as delayed developmental milestones. In the contemporary science, we have got developmental milestones. Similarly, in Ayurveda also, we adopt the method of performing different samskara as a different age group, so that the developmental milestones achieved by the baby time to time will be assessed. So to mark the development of the child at different ages, different samskaras are explained at different age of growing period. So meaning of samskara is also highly subjective. Okay. In childhood practice, many samskaras are performed at various levels. As we know, the development starts from the conception and continue till birth. Therefore, Ayurveda also explains to assess the development of the fetus. Therefore, antenatal lady is also given with the three important samskaras. One is Garbhadana samskara, another one is Pumsavana samskara, and last one is Simanta Unnayana samskara. Okay, similarly, immediately after birth, we have got series of samskaras, starting right from the birth, Jatkarma samskaras, then Dolashana samskara, Dugdapana samskara, then comes Namakarana samskara, Nishkramana samskara, Suryoda Darshana samskara, like this. Different samskaras are performed, and all these samskaras maximal in the infantile period. Compared to the other part of the age group, in the infantile age, maximum samskaras explained, because growth and development in the infantile period is more important for us, because that's a stage of rapid development. Okay, so similarly, samskaras are also explained at the time of the birth also, and also at the time of the death. Antyeshti samskara, the last samskara which is performed, that is a funeral ceremony which is conducted. Okay, cremation and all. So even at the last part also the samskaras are explained. Now these samskaras have got a multifaceted significance. How to understand this multifaceted significance of the samskaras? Different procedures or ceremonies conducted to assess the developmental pattern of the child or a man along with its religious and traditional concerns. This is the beauty of Ayurveda. Although main aim of the samskara is assessment of the developmental stages of the child, but it is performed as a social function. It is performed as a social function with a traditional importance and religious importance. Okay, samskaras when performed at different ages of the life by performing a social function by inviting the relatives, experts and respected people, it helps to create a self-awareness in the individual. This is the point number one. And a particular samskara will be performed in a particular age, and a social function is performed. In that social function, there will be one priest, and also there is one physician. Okay, physician will look after the scientific aspect, and priest will look after the religious aspect. And different experts and respected people will be called to that function. They also give their opinion. They also give their expert's opinion. And suppose the multigravida females, okay, ladies, so they have got better experience of child handling and all those things, about the child development and all. So they also give their input to the mother so that she can correct herself. Okay, so this not only given a self-awareness to the individual, it also acts as a self-awareness for the parents, whether their kid is growing well or not. And if the child is not growing well, they will take the necessary steps. That's the idea. But this helps to realize the individual about their new responsibilities. If the child is a little older, for example, Upanayana Samskara, eighth year it is done. On the 8th year it is done. Here, Upanayana Samskara is used to educate the child. Okay, so he will be made understand about his newer responsibilities. Okay, so before joining the school, according to Ayurveda, after Upanayana Samskara, child will be sent to the Gurukula. So before going there, so he will be educated and he will be made realize about his responsibilities, duties. So samskaras to some extent is also one method of making aware of their duties and responsibilities. For example, in Upanayana Samskara, as I told, it is done in the 8th year of the age. It brings certain personality and behavioral changes with the inculcation of the moral values and self-awareness or self-consciousness. So child will be taught with all these moral values and social values. Okay, and later onwards he has to follow that. So now here, this is a method of self-awareing the child and also making him knowing about his new responsibilities. And whether if he is able to follow this, the guidance which is given, that suggests that socially he is fit now and he is able to understand, he is able to do that. And in spite of guiding, he is not able to do that. That itself suggests that child is socially lagging behind. Okay, this idea. So medically, this helps to self-experience the anatomical, physiological, social, moral and psychological changes. For example, one of the samskara, that is Godana Samskara, that is done in the 16th year of age. Okay, in this samskara actually the pubic hairs and axillary hairs and mustache, which is developed in an adolescent boy, that will be shaved for the first time and then it is buried. This is a procedure, but in the northeast direction. Now idea is here, the child is realizing that you have attained certain anatomical and physiological changes in your body and you have to modify yourself accordingly. Okay, again a self-awareness program. Okay, it is we can call it a sensitizing program for the individual and also for the parents. And it is also a lesson for the parents that child has already attained the puberty. Now you cannot scold him and you have to behave him with just like a friend, as Chanakya told. Okay, Putram Mitravat Acharit. So therefore, it has been multifaceted. It is not only assessment of the development, it is also a sensitizing program, it is also a awareness program, and it is also a social function, it is also a traditional function, it is also have religious importance. Now, so samskara means now these are the following things. A social function is arranged at a different age of the child. The relatives are invited and there will be a priest and there will be also a physician. It looks like a social function with religious importance, but it is aimed to assess the developmental milestones achieved as per age and also sensitizing the parents and sensitizing the individual accordingly. Now, how to interpret it clinically in children? This is a big question. Okay, so now we have told many things, but clinically, what is the interpretation of these samskaras? Particular samskara will be done at a particular age to assess or recheck the expected level of development to that particular age. Okay, So we know that meaning of the samskara is nothing but addition of the certain quality, deletion of the certain quality, refinement and modification of certain qualities, purification of certain qualities, inculcation of certain arts or skills, then fitness and doing work with the aim. Okay, previously a child, when he is 5 or 4 year old, he may be doing many activities, but that activities are not having any aim. But after 10 years, a child, whenever he do something, he has got some aim. Okay, he will do it skillfully. Okay, so therefore these things has to be assessed. And if after 10 years also he is not doing any activities with a particular aim, that suggests that definitely the cognition level of the child is less, no doubt. Okay, similarly fitness and doing work with the aim, then development of self-reproductive qualities, impression creating work, and also arrangement of the things in a order. So these are the different meanings of samskara. Now, when we analyze all these qualities, it looks that they are the factor indicating the positive growth and development. Okay, if you look addition of the quality, deletion of the quality, attainment of the skills, then doing work with the aim and reproductive or impression creating quality, these are all the different developmental steps we can see in a growing child. Okay, so same has been explained here. So when we analyze these qualities, it looks like that they are the factors indicating the positive growth and development. So a child, when grows from neonatal stage to adult stage, he slowly adopts all these qualities one by one in a very gradual fashion at different stages of the life. And samskaras are just rechecking it or checking it. That's all. Now, how to interpret again? There will be addition of certain qualities with respect to motor, sensory, lingual function in a kid of 2-year-old when compared to 1-year-old guy, 1-year-old boy. It's very simple. If you see a 1-year-old boy and observe for certain motor, sensory, lingual function, social domain, and other cognitive domain, and when you see a 2-year-old boy, there is a different, isn't it? So there is addition of some of the qualities. There is addition of some of the qualities compared to 1-year-old boy. 1-year-old boy or maybe 6-month-old boy is not able to hold the pen, but a 2-year-old boy is able to hold the pen. Fine motor developmental skills have been developed. That's quite sure. Okay, so a 2-year-old boy speech may not be complete, but whereas it is complete in a 5-year-old boy or 10-year-old boy. So what happens with the ability to form a sentence? Now there is deletion of some of the bad qualities or unwanted qualities, addition of the new qualities, and also refinement of the existing quality. Therefore his speech is going on improving. Okay, so child who did not have the fine motor grip previously develop the same by 6 months suggests that there will be a refinement, modification and existing quality. For example, pincer grasp, palmar grasp, pincer grasp, and complete palmar grasp. Okay, so pincer grasp. In the beginning there will be a palmar grasp. Okay, child is not able to hold the things. Later there will be pincer grasp. Then there will be matured pincer grasp at the 12 months of age. So what is that? Pincer grasping or fine motor is there, but it is refined. It is refined as the age passes. So that's the meaning of samskara. So as the development proceeds, the mass movement of the baby will be converted into movement with the intention. This is one more thing. A 1-day-old baby, 2-day-old baby, if you put a light on the face, so child will show multiple movements. Child also close the eyes. Child also show the morose like reflex. Okay, although shake the body. Okay, so multiple movements will be seen. We will call it as mass movement. One stimulus is given, mass movement is seen. But as age passes, this mass movement will not be seen. For example, a 6-year-old boy, if you put the light over the eyes, he only closes the eyeball. He only closes the eyes. There is no body movement. So what it suggests, a mass movement which was existing previously is now changed into a specific movement. Previously, the brain is working from the subclinical level. Now the brain is working from the cortex level. So what is this? There is addition of some of the new qualities and refinement of the existing qualities and deletion of the bad qualities. A 3-year-old kid who is less interactive socially. A 3-year-old baby kid may not be so much interactive with the socially, but a 10-year-old baby exhibit more social interaction compared to 3-year-old child. So as the age advances, there is inculcation of the skill activities. Okay, so as the age advances, there is inculcation of certain skillful activities and development of the self-reproductive activities as evidenced in routine and freely in the routine practice, and he will freely mingle with the society. So this is how we have to understand the different facets of samskaras. In the beginning itself I told different meanings of samskaras. Now I am explaining every meaning with the clinical interpretation. Hence, there is inculcation and addition of the social developmental milestones in this case. All these dramatic changes due to samskara, either by addition, deletion, modification, arrangement, aim, skillful activities, at micro and macro levels, macro cellular levels of the body is going on, and that has been reflected. Okay, so likewise, samskara also fulfills the same rules of development. In the rules of development, we have got 10 important rules, like CNS is very important for the overall growth. Then mass activities get converted into the specific activity. Like the 10 rules of development are there. Okay, so samskaras also fulfill these 10 rules of development also. So procedures conducted during the samskara are the occasions where the various developmental milestones are assessed to confirm the normal developmental pattern of the baby. So Ayurveda explains different samskaras at different periods of the life to announce the attainment of different milestones of development. And this is another method. Nowadays, contemporary science has got a method of a developmental milestone, and this is the method followed by Ayurveda. That's all. Now, how to understand samskara with the traditional medical science? That means during the procedure of samskara, wishes and prosperity and other congratulatory expressions were offered. Many of the relatives will come and friends will come. They will give the blessing and they will wish for the prosperity. Okay, congratulatory expressions were offered to the child. See, all these things, the positive attitude. Not only this, the related experts who are coming, they will also give an expert opinion. Okay, what has to be done for the future? Somebody may say, yes, your child is doing well. I wish him all the best. But you need to socially more interactive. And they will give the message to the mother. Yes, you try for the same. You teach him in that manner. So these are the very important experience. Experience values are more always rather than theoretical values. Okay, so therefore the experts and relatives were coming and notifying some minute changes in the child, and that has been informed to the parents, and parents taking a necessary step to correct it. That was a very good fashion of correcting the child. So meanwhile, the acquired skills of the baby, developments as per the age, talent, creativity, proportional to the age, will be tested by different methods. That we will see how one particular samskara is used to assess the different milestones. Okay, different milestones of development according to Ayurvedic standard. So that we will see when we are discussing individual samskaras. Okay, but this is here I am only highlighting that development at different ages of the life has been assessed by samskaras. How it is assessed, what is the methodology followed, that I will explain when I am dealing with the individual samskaras. Okay, so a social function is arranged during the samskaras where all the relatives will be invited. Now, timing of different samskaras match with certain milestones of development. So if you see the timings of Suryodarsha Samskara, Phalaprashana Samskara, Annaprashana Samskara, and Upanayana Samskara, etc. So that will match the different milestones of development. Okay, and announcement of the developmental status of the child to all the family members and others from time to time. This is also another method. What is that? Samskaras are also used as an announcement method. Yes, our child has attained this much of developmental milestone. It is announced to the family members and also from the others, for others from time to time. This is another. For example, in Godana Samskara is performed when he is 16th year of age. Even in the females also it is performed when the first time child is menstruated. And a social function is performed. Even in the village area nowadays also it is done. Actually, what is the intention? It is announcement of puberty to everybody. Yes, our kid or our girl has attained the puberty. Okay, so she has got no. So be careful and be sensitive when you are dealing with her or with him. Okay, now he has attained one important milestone of development. His mentality will go to change. His psychology will go to change. So it's a message to everybody to behave with that child or boy accordingly. Okay, so now samskara are done. Another one important thing is samskaras are done only to the healthy child usually. Okay, samskaras are never mentioned for a mentally retarded child. So therefore, if the samskaras are not done, it directly indicates that or indirectly indicates that the child is not doing well. Okay, if the samskaras are done in time, that suggests that child has attained the developmental milestones in time. Now, reminding the parents about the development of the child and adaptation to the changes in the diet, care, and social interaction, sexual growth, etc., are also the aim of samskaras. This I have already explained. Now, there will be a physician in each and every samskara social function. There will be a physician. Physician will always present who check the baby and gives the essential advices to the parents. Doctor who examine the baby, he reassess the developmental pattern, and he advises to adopt needed change in the lifestyle of the child. So as the generation passes, what happens? See, when samskaras are begun in the beginning, thousands of years back, it has been started with all these very good intentions of assessing the development, multifaceted aim, everything. But what actually happened is, as the generation passed, the scientific importance for which samskaras are conducted or being conducted in those days was completely disappeared. Okay, so now if you see in the present day how the samskaras are practiced in traditional families, some of the traditional families or Hindu families, see, they don't know the scientific importance of this. They don't know the importance of the social function also. Okay, why social function we are doing, to whom we have to invite, and what advice they have to give, all these things nobody knows. Nowadays it is only practiced with the religious belief. What is left is only the religious belief, and as a ritual they will follow it. It has to be done because our ancestors were done, so we have to also do. Only with this religious and ritual, as a ritual they are doing. Nobody knows the scientific importance, and even the priest who is present, he is also not explaining the scientific importance. Okay, that's the problem. Now there is an urgent need, or definitely there is a need to bring back these samskaras back into the culture of Indians, so that these samskaras can be used as an effective method of assessment of the development. Of course, we have got our contemporary method of development assessment, but we can also have our own developmental status. Ayurveda can also have their own or developmental protocol as for the samskaras. But unfortunately, at the present day situation, it is not practiced with any of the scientific importance. Now, I have seen in some conditions, on the day of Upanayana, they perform all the samskaras because it is cost effective. Doing all the samskaras according to the age may be most expensive for them. Okay, and it is also done for the prestige purpose now. Sometimes social function is done, but so much of cost and all those things, it becomes a prestige issue for somebody. But it is not like that. It's not like that. You may do a simple function also. You may invite the selected people also. And what is important is their advice, their blessing, and also their experience. And there should be a physician who assess. There should be a priest who conduct the function. These are the minimum people they are required. But unfortunately, nowadays it is not performed. Some of the traditional families they are doing, but even they don't know the scientific importance. Okay, so there is an urgent need to prepare this protocol for the development of different development milestones according to Ayurveda. Now come back to the samskaras numbers. Now religiously we find a description of 40 samskaras. Okay, out of which 16 samskaras are very, very important. Samskara for the pregnant lady is also explained. That is to take care of the intrauterine status of the fetus. Many samskaras are mentioned in Grihya Sutras. Grihya Sutras are nothing but Hindu religious books like Dharma Sindhu Sara, etc. So as per Grihya Sutras, if you see, the total number of samskaras are about 8 into 21. Now one of the book, that is Gautama Grihya Sutra, that explains about 40 samskaras. But anyway, present situation, okay, 16 samskaras are very, very important. 16 samskaras are very, very important. But in the Ayurveda test, all the samskaras are not mentioned. We won't find the description of all the samskaras. All these 16 samskaras are not mentioned. Kashyapa might have been missed, but unfortunately some of the portions of Kashyapa is missing. Therefore, we didn't have any references or verses on that. But only few samskaras are explained in Ayurveda. Samskaras are also explained by Charaka, also by Sushruta. but only few samskaras are explained. Namakarana samskara is explained by Charaka, Vagbhata, Shoshruta, everybody. Okay, so like this, Annaprashan is also mentioned. Some have given more description and some have given a very short description. By considering the references available in the Hindu religious books and also Ayurveda literature, the childhood samskaras can be listed as follows in an order. Okay, so first samskara is Jatakarma samskara. Then we have the Duktapana samskara. Then we have got Dolashana samskara. Then we have got Jalapana samskara. Then we have got the Suryodaya Darshana samskara. Then we have got Nishkamana samskara, Chandrodaya Darshana samskara. Then we have Palaprashana samskara, Annaprashana samskara. Then we have Upaveshana samskara. Then we have Chudakarma samskara, Karnavedana samskara. Then Akshara Lekana samskara. Okay, Vidyarama samskara. Then we have Upanayana samskara. So then we have Vivaha samskara, Garbhadana samskara. So like this different big list is there. So that portion we will individually explain each and every. I will explain individually. I will explain each and every samskaras in a detailed manner, along with its clinical importance in the present day life. So this is the second lecture about the basics of samskara. So with these two lectures, we have completed the basics of samskaras. From the next class onwards, we will go for individual samskaras. Thank you for patience listening, and don't forget to subscribe my channel and also give your valuable comments. So this is all for today. Thank you very much.